Last page. See if we can clean that up a little bit. There we go. So on this page, function notation. We want the f equation, and we want a 3 for x. So I've got the f equation, a 3 for x. That'll give me 2 times 3 plus 7. So f equation, 3 for x, 6 plus 7. F equation, 3 for x, 13. My next one, I want the g equation. I want to use a 6 for x. So if I use the g equation and a 6 of x, I have 7 minus 6. And this one's real fast, 1. G equation, put a 6 in for x, you get a 1. Find x if f of x is equal to 15. So here's f of x. I'm going to make that 15, and I need to go out and find x. I'll pull 7 from both sides. 8 is equal to 2x. Pull the 2, divide off, and x will be equal to 4. All right. And my parallel and perpendiculars. I want a line parallel to this one that has an intercept of this. So if I want to be parallel, I need to have the same slope. So this slope is 3, my new slope is 3. And I want an intercept of negative 3. So down here to 3, got a slope of positive 3. It's going to look just like that. And it's going to say graph both lines. So this is my new one. My old one, I'm going to make that green. It had an intercept of positive 2 and still had that same slope. So when you graph them, they should look like they're parallel. If they don't look like they're parallel, something probably went wrong. Let's go on to our perpendiculars. Same thing. I'll graph this one first. We've got negative 2. I've got negative 2 over 3. Here's my super handy little line there. And I want perpendicular to this one and a y-intercept of 0, 3. So instead of negative 2 over 3, I want to be perpendicular. That's going to be the opposite reciprocal. So it's the flipped version. This slope is negative. My new slope is going to be positive. This slope is 2 over 3. My new slope is going to be 3 over 2. So I'm going to get y equals 3 over 2x. And it wants me to have an intercept of positive 3. So I've got plus 3, up 3 over 2, up 3 over 2. And you'll notice, as I come back down, this line is going to hit it in a perpendicular fashion, 90-degree angle. That's how you know for sure you did it right. Going to my final page. Final line parallel to y equals 7 that contains the point 0, 3. Write the equation and graph both. So here's y equals 7. It's a horizontal line at x equals 7, or at y equals 7 rather. Gracious. I made that black. And I want to draw another line, it's perpendicular, that runs through this point at 0, 3. If it's going to be parallel, it also needs to be a flat line. So it's going to be another y equals, and this time it's going to be y equals negative 3. All right. Number of flowers varies directly with the number of bouquets. That means they're in a held ratio. There are lots of different ways to do it. I'm going to show you my favorite way for these kind of word problems. There are 100 flowers for 10 bouquets. How many flowers are there in 25 bouquets? So we'll get 2,500 is equal to 10x. Divide that 10 off, and you will get x is equal to 250 flowers. I'm going to show you the other way here. This should be y varies directly with x. Somebody got a little nuts with that one. And the other way is to use that direct variation equation. Y is equal to some number times x. It's a held ratio. I just need to find out what that number is. I know that y is 20 when x is 10. So that number, divide the 10 off to both sides, that number you're multiplying x by has to be 2. So what is x when y is 40? So I know that y is 40. Remember, again, y equals ax. Y equals some number times x. Y is 40. We know a to be 2, so what's x? Divide both sides by 2. X had to be 20. And if you look, y is double x. So if y is double x, x should be 20. Looks good. All right, last two problems. You start with the line y equal 2x plus 3. If you double the slope, what would the new equation be? What they're looking for here is they want you to know that 2 is a slope, and they want you to know what the word double means. Gracious. So double 2 would be 4. They're not asking you to change that y-intercept, so we're ready to go. Jeff charges a $40 travel fee and $50 an hour to do electrical work. Write an equation representing his total price. All right, so we've got y is equal to $50 an hour plus $40 to show up. He buys a new van and now only has to charge $30 for travel fee. All right, so my new equation will be y is equal to 50x plus 30 for that travel fee. What changed was the y-intercept, and it's going to decrease in that equation. Make sure you check out those star type questions. They're going to be very similar to the ones that you found in your notes for this unit. Good luck. We'll see you next time.